It's gonna take a lot of love.
Wow. Oh, God, now we have a singer here.
Wow, I was singing. I thought the music just cut off. I guess Spirit's playing with me. Did everyone hear the little version of my singing?
Either that or our producer is just like...
He's drinking.
We may need to look for a replacement.
He sounded so good, I wanted the world to
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I love Mark. So welcome to Through the Static. Stephen the Medium is here. I have next to me
Coach Elix.
Coach Elix.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Facebook Live.
Hey, Facebook Live, and Mark producing the show. I want to give a shout-out to Paul this morning, Pontificating with Paul, that does a show every day, Monday through Friday, 9 to 12. He is really someone who should be doing radio. But seriously, he's got the best show, and how he does it and can just keep going by himself at sometimes. It's pretty impressive. So I was really happy I got to call in and speak to him quickly. Mark called in earlier too, so it was a great thing. So today, I hope everyone's doing well. It was pouring when we got here, and now it's sort of sunny, and I don't want to get too...
Where do you see? There is no sun out there.
I can see the sun. Yeah, I can see the sun and
Okay.
the father and the mother and the niece and... Alrighty, that was my mother's joke when I used to say the sun's out, and was that what it? The sun's. What did she say? My mother used to
Keep
always
it out.
Say,
That's what she would say.
No. I used to say to my mom, "I love the sun," and my mother's response was, "I love the father." My mom is just a dish. I don't know what I'm saying.
So you didn't fall far from the apple.
No,
the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
Not at all. So what was I going to say? So
about today, what's the show about?
Well, first of all, I'm really excited because I heard this morning that this weekend's supposed to be a taste of fall. So I'm really excited, right? Because I love fall.
We love fall.
It's a great thing. But I wanted to do a show about parents who have lost children. And the reason why I wanted to do it is that, I started doing my first readings in 2015, really is the year I started going with this. And, of course, as I started doing readings, I had people coming in that, the typical that lost parents, lost grandparents, but then, of course, I had people coming in that have lost children. And what I started noticing as I started doing these readings, that the children that were coming through came through differently, and I needed to keep doing a lot of readings to figure out. I mean, I couldn't put my finger on it. I knew they were coming through differently. I mean, of course, everyone, the kids were giving validations to their parents, just like, people that were coming in that lost their parents were getting validations. But there was something different about children stepping forward that I needed a little bit of time to figure out. And maybe several days ago, I was meditating, and I had a bunch of kids just come through my meditation and tell me that this is something that you should speak about. So that's what this show is going to be about, and I'm hoping that anybody who has lost a child that's listening to the show, or if anyone who's listening to the show that knows somebody who's lost a child, may give them the information. It's 508-222-1320 to call. I said on Facebook Live that there's no way, even me connecting with kids, there's no way I could ever even come close to saying I know what it's like to have lost a child, because unless you have experienced it, there's no way you can even kind of sense. It's a whole different realm. It's a whole different world. So in any case, let me just briefly talk about this and talk about the differences. I just want to start with people that have lost children, lost babies in a miscarriage. So a baby who has not been born, but the woman has lost someone in a miscarriage, goes to spirit, and they always come through in my readings. And sometimes it's difficult because people just don't automatically, if I say, there's a child here, did you lose a child? And people sometimes, many times, don't recognize that it's a miscarriage. And I will tell you, it's the same, which is beautiful. It's the same message almost all the time when someone, say a woman has come in to see me and has had a miscarriage, and the baby's coming through, and the baby almost always wants to get validation that they're part of the family. So it's wild when I do this, and I'll start talking to, either it's a husband or wife, or just the wife. It doesn't matter, the woman who has children, and I'll say, you have 3 kids, and she'll look back at me and say, no, I have 2 children. And I'm like, no, you have 3 kids. And she'll look back at me and say, unless I had one without knowing, I only have 2. And they don't recognize that it's a miscarriage until I say, did you happen to lose a baby in a miscarriage? And then the lights kind of go on and like, oh my God, yes. And I love it because it's a way that the baby who is crossed via a miscarriage wants to be validated and wants to say, no, Ma, this, I'm a brother or a sister, whichever it is, and I have 2 siblings, so there's 3 of us all together. So it's wild, and it's just something I wanted to talk about because a lot of people don't sometimes think that that's a possibility, but sure is. And I love the fact that when I'm doing those readings, I can see the person who I'm reading, their loved ones, saying that they were right there when the baby crossed over. So it's really terrific. Now, that's a little bit different than when someone has a child that's born and lives for a period of time and then comes through. It's a little bit different because the reason why it's different is number one, because they've experienced this earth and they've lived here in this realm, so it's a little bit different, and they don't always start with wanting to be validated as a member of the family. They always get there and always, but they don't always start that way. So when the great way I guess I can do this is that just comparing this. So if someone comes in and their mother comes through, they've lost their mother, in the normal way, what people think the normal way is that the older person dies first. The mother will come through and give validations, let them know that they're here in a beautiful, beautiful way. So a child who crosses comes through, and the child's perspective, usually what a child will do is bring me right to when they crossed over, whether it's something very quickly or whether it's a longer sort of period of time, like a disease. And when they cross is where they bring me. And the difference is when I see the child cross over, it is like they have just been brought to the North Pole and it's almost Christmas time, or have just been brought to Disney. Now, I want to make sure I'm clear. That has nothing to do with the tie and not missing and loving the family they just left. It has nothing to do with that. What it has to do with is that they're a child, and once they get there, children adapt much quicker than adults. So when a child crosses over, and you may think that would be the opposite, that someone who's been here a long, long time, that maybe eventually has cancer or dementia, 85 years old, and crosses over, that they've been waiting for it. But it's not, in my experience. Children that cross adapt much more quickly, and it's like a new place for them, and they're like, wow, like this is so cool. And what really pulls them back and draws them back is them watching their loved ones, their mother, their father, their siblings, their grandparents being devastated. And so they need to balance their excitement for where they are with the sorrow that they know they've just caused people here, if that makes sense. Is that making sense?
Makes perfect sense.
Perfect. So when children cross, there's a different energy, and the universe changes when children cross. I'm not sure I could ever explain what I want to explain because it's so difficult, but it's different. And when I say the universe switches or shifts, this is just with kids. Then what happens is when this universe shifts because a child left, and all of us here in the physical world don't expect a child to leave before a parent, it opens the door to amazing things that doesn't happen when an adult crosses. So hold that thought. We're going to take a break. When I come back, I'm just going to finish this up, and I'm going to start taking calls. So we'll be right back. See, I didn't sing because I was concerned that Mark was just going to shut it off, shut it down, and my singing was going to be back on the radio. But he did good this time. So let me finish what I was saying. So, and this is kind of the key piece of this presentation. So what children have told me is that when they cross, because it's a different crossing energy-wise, I think even the universe is sort of looking like, wait a minute, this is not supposed to happen. And so the universe shifts. But when the universe shifts, because you've got, it's an extreme sort of on the spectrum, because you've got parents and the rest of the family, when they lose a child, that are devastated. It's devastating. Their hearts are crushed. It's one of those things. How can I move forward? How can I go on? So what the universe does, as well as the child you've lost, certainly is a big part of this, is that on the other side of the spectrum, it opens up this universe, it opens up this energy to be able to have the parents or people in the family to be able to get to a place they never have. So if you ever think about, say, a child crosses and afterwards a foundation is created, or I don't know, there's a girl here in the studio, a little girl who is darling. Well, all the kids are darling, but she just said, I love her. She just said she's responsible for the park. Someone's doing a park. I think it's not an amusement park, but I don't know if this is like a monument park with. No, it's a park. I feel like it's a park. In any case, that's what happens. Or when parents decide, based on maybe how their child crosses over, that they start speaking and doing speaking engagements. I'm telling you, that's not something that's available until the child crosses. And what the child's doing is taking advantage of the universe, and what the universe is doing is saying, okay, we know how difficult this is, so we're going to give back. And what we're going to give back with your child who you've lost being like the center of this, he or she is leading this, is that, say, the park, I don't know if this is local. I have no idea. But this little girl is darling. And so now there's going to be a park for kids. Or if a mom or dad are going to go out and do presentations on cancer or something that took the child, on maybe, if the child was a teenager and there was some kind of overdose, which is, rampant now, and start speaking about it and can get the word out or be able to help other parents or help other kids. That's what this is all about when kids come through. They see the pain that we're left with, the families are left with, and it's devastating is not even traumatic. Traumatic is not even the word for it, because I can't think of a word for it because it's so bad. It's so heart crushing. But the great thing is, in my meditation, one of the children that were with me in the meditation actually said to me, tell my mom that after I cross is when I need her the most. This is where she shines for me and for the family, if that makes sense. So that all these opportunities open up to sort of offset's not the right word, because you can't offset losing a child, or maybe balance it a little bit to help. And whatever happens, say for instance this little one who's here with me, and she just keeps talking about the park. I don't know what this is. But she just keeps saying that she's a leader on this. She's part of this. So I turn to my co-host, Coach Elix. Does that make sense?
Of course.
So
makes perfect sense.
Are there questions that you think maybe I need to clarify, that people may be thinking about?
No, I think you need to take calls, because maybe that little girl is for somebody who's on the line waiting.
Okay, so Elix just slammed me like a wrestler slams someone, like, Stephen, how about calls, right?
No, because
I know.
Maybe that's what they want.
And I'm going to. I just really wanted to do this conversation for maybe people that are still maybe they lost a child recently and they're not anywhere close to calling, or someone who just never would call a medium, that at least they can hear this and know that there's positive. Every single child that I have ever read that comes through is the happiest child that I can possibly converse with. It's pretty incredible, and all of this is to get that message to their mom, their dad, their siblings, their grandparents, that I'm fine, and I got a lot to do here, and I'm going to vicariously live through you, mom or dad or siblings. And even if it's something on a smaller scale, like a fundraiser or some kind of ceremony that brings people together that maybe have lost a child, is just as big as a park. So it's pretty big. It's amazing what children do when they step forward, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I guess, as my boss,
let's go.
The Puerto Rican, just said, I got to take calls. So
the Puerto Rican.
Let's go to the phones. Hi, this is Steven.
Hi, this is Melissa.
Hey, Melissa, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Listen, Melissa, thank you for calling. So the first thing I just need to clarify is that, did you lose a child?
I did not.
Okay. So you're just calling. Hopefully you enjoyed the conversation.
I did, very much.
Good, Melissa. And if you do know somebody who has lost a child, please just direct them to this. To the show, or to my YouTube channel, Stephen the Mediums, that you'll be able to get this. And I'm gonna make this really quick, Melissa, only because I want to keep the lines open for someone who has lost a child, if that's okay.
Yep.
But what was that? Well, there could be a different Melissa.
Oh, okay.
Elix is kind of just pointing something out, Melissa. I'm sorry. So, He's just looking at someone on Facebook Live that was a Melissa that lost a child, so and was thinking you're the same one. But you said you didn't lose a child, so it's not the same one. So, but there's just make sure you keep in mind, Melissa, that there's a dad. Who's the dad figure for you?
My dad.
Okay, so he's just making sure that you know that he's around. Melissa, someone close to you lost a child. Your father just told me that somebody. Did your mom have a miscarriage? Did she lose a child?
Not that I'm aware of.
Somebody, maybe it was grandma. Someone very close to your dad just said lost a child. Oh, two children.
That's interesting. My mother's mother had two twins that died.
Oh my God, that's what it is, Melissa.
But that was the 50s, but yes.
Yeah, the great thing, the cool thing about this, Melissa, is that, it could be the 20s. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Spirit comes through and, they have no essence of time. So your dad just wanted to give a validation, and the twins wanted to give a validation. Both twins are just on the side of you pulling your sleeves. You didn't know them, but they're just letting you know that they're around and they're part of the family. And I love this. They just thanked you so much for actually letting me and letting everybody else, your dad, share that. I mean, hear that about the twins. It's cool, right? It's great.
Yes, it's very cool.
It's great. So listen, thank you, Melissa, for calling, and you have a great night and lots of love, okay?
You too. Take care. Thanks.
Alrighty, bye-bye. Another call or break?
Another call.
Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Melissa.
Hey.
This is Melissa from Facebook Live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two Melissas.
I knew it.
Yeah, it's not surprising, Melissa, honestly, that the first call was Melissa, who didn't lose a child, because this studio is filled with children, and what do children do? They want to fool around. They want to play.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. They want to fool around and play. So, wow. Oh, Melissa, wow. So wait a minute. Where's the girl come in? There's a girl, a girl who is also very close to you. Do you have a sister?
I do. I have two sisters that are still with me. Yes.
Right. Did somebody lose a? There's a girl and a boy here. There's two. But the girl feels like she's your auntie or a friend, or there's a girl that wants to, because I see a little dress. So she wants to be validated. So it could be a miscarriage, and it could be, Melissa, that somebody didn't know what the sex was. That could be it. So I'm not really sure. So is it the boy you lost?
Yes.
Okay. So you knew it was a boy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He was a little older. Yes.
Okay. So that's. So why does he? He's got a beautiful, beautiful smile, Melissa. Oh my God! I can see his smile, and is the cutest thing, and actually saying, "Look how cute I am." I love him. Where's the Jim James? Where does he keep giving me the GJ name connected?
Jennifer, my sister's Jennifer.
Oh, okay, but it's not Jennifer. It's James. Who's got the J middle name?
He does. Joseph.
Oh, so you know what? I love it because when he's like, listen, I want to give, that's a nice shout out to Auntie, but no, this is about Mommy. This is about Mom. I want to make sure she knows it's me. So know that he's. Wow, Melissa.
Oh my goodness.
Not surprising that. Well, there's a couple of things here, Melissa. So he just said, my mom knows I'm with her all the time, even though she does. I hear her say, I need more signs. Why am I not getting signs? I need more signs from you. And it's a way that he wants to let you know that he knows that you say that. And Anthony, who's this? Who's the Ann? It's an A-N name, Melissa. Like Anthony or Ann or Angela, or he keeps giving as a reference. I just can't tell if it's here or there because he just keeps giving a reference to it. He talks about who had the bike, Melissa. What's the bike connection?
I don't know. It's not coming. I don't know.
So who's
a bike run? Maybe we had a bike run in his name, in his honor for years.
Of course, that's it. There's the bike.
Okay.
So just know that he just wants to make sure you know that he knows about it. So, but there's an AN. Just keep it with you. I can't get the name, but it sounds like Andy or Anna. Melissa, it's someone with him. Think of middle names too. It's someone that said that they greeted him when he went into spirit. So I don't know if someone's like middle name is Ann or Anthony, or it could be like grandma, grandfather. But just make sure. He just also said there's a birthday anniversary right now. Like
my birthday just passed.
When? When is it? When was it?
July 21st.
So know that he's just giving a big validation and talks about two. So how's it? 2 kids? What's the 2?
I don't know. He was my only living child.
Okay, so somebody's got 2 kids. Because he keeps saying he plays with them. There's 2 kids somewhere. Do your siblings? Someone have 2 kids?
Each of my sisters have 1. My brother has 3 girls.
No, there's 2. Are you one of 2? Oh no, you can't be.
No, I'm one of 4. I'm the youngest.
I don't know what this 2 is, but usually sometimes 2 can be like February or the.
He was born in February.
Oh, that's.
He was born on February 15th. He died on February 18th.
Oh,
so
there's the.
That with you.
There's the 2. There's the 2. I got
there's
it.
There's the 2.
Oh wow, Melissa. So listen, don't ever question that this little prince is with you all the time. Every step of the way, your son is with you. So just make sure you know that, and just keeps giving you like little butterfly kisses on you, and also says that someone tattooed something for him.
Yeah, I have a tattoo on my leg.
For him?
I have face. Yeah, I have his face on my leg.
Oh, so he knows about it and how much he loves you, Melissa, and just wanted to make sure that you know that he's the one that made sure you got through so that he could give these messages to you.
Thank you so so much.
Oh, Melissa, lots of love, and know that he's with you, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you again.
Okay, honey, bye-bye. And we'll be right back. Look at the sun rays. And welcome back to Through the Static. The show is about children that have crossed, and I just did a little blurb at the beginning of the show, and I want any parent, family member who has lost a child that's listening to please know that your children are with you all the time. That's every reading I do. It's just repetitive, that they're here, and they just want us here in the physical world to move forward and just understand and make sure you know that the love will never, ever break. And the great thing is that eventually you'll get to be reunited like we all will too. But rest assured, the children are having a great time. On break, I just said this studio is packed with kids. They're playing. One's playing the drums. One's unwrapping a gift. I don't know who brought a gift, but they're having a good time. So let me go to the calls. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hey, Stephen, it's Stacy.
Hey, Stacy. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
I'm doing well. So, Stacy, are you connected to the boy?
Yes.
Okay.
2 boys.
Okay, so I right before I picked the phone up, I had a girl and your crazy son. Well, now that I know there's 2, just push the kids. And I'm like, no, that's mom. So we're gonna start talking. So, I love it, Stacy. So just know that both boys are here. But without telling me, you have other kids right here.
Yes, I do.
The 2 boys they're pointing down and referencing to the kids, their siblings here. So where does okay? So who's Bob? Bob. Barbara. Bob. I don't know if this is crossed or here. There's it sounds like Barbara or Bobby, Robert, Bob.
Robert is my first son.
Your first son who's crossed?
Yes.
Oh my God! Wow. So
Robert Brandon. He was named after friends of mine.
I love. And who's the
Barbara? Brandon was the closest I could get to Barbara.
Oh, that's why I kept hearing Bobby or Barbara. So this is your first son coming through to let you know that he just said I have to come through. I'm the first.
His birthday was yesterday.
Oh my God! And who's John or Jim?
Jim.
No.
Only Jim I know is my ex-father-in-law.
But he's crossed?
Yes.
Oh, so it's just a little way to let you know that he's sneaking in and he's with the boys too. So just giving that as a great validation, much like the first caller, Melissa. Yeah. Someone did a tattoo.
Mhm.
Did you?
I don't have a tattoo. No, not yet. It's in the works, so it's in the plan.
Oh, for the boys?
Yes.
I love it. So know that they're going to be part of it, Stacy, which is amazing, and they're helping you pick out whatever you're picking out. So I don't know if you've already selected it. Just know, there's a dog here too. They're with the dog.
I don't know.
Stacy's like, I don't know about a dog. I don't have a dog. The boys are with the dog. So this dog is either when you were a kid, did you have a dog? There's a dog with these boys.
It could be. We had a dog that passed away a couple of years ago. It was living with my sister, but it used to be our dog.
Oh,
Harley,
so
yes.
Listen. So no, it's a way to let you know that they're with the dog too. So they're having a very, very good time there. But there's a white animal or a light color animal. Was this dog light?
Yeah, he was blonde. Yes, he was blonde.
So just know that the dog, or you say it's a she?
It was a he.
Oh, he. Just know that they're both. It's so cool because both boys are the dogs in between the boys. So it's a great validation. What's with the wings? The wings is I don't know. Is that part of a tattoo someone's thinking about?
That was the plan. That's the plan because my second son, his father just passed away a couple years ago, and I was going to get the wings on the father, like a black silhouette, the wings on the father and the wings on him.
Oh, you're killing me.
Him
These boys,
holding up the baby.
they know. Stacy, how cool is that they know
Yeah,
about it?
awesome.
Yeah, with
That
the
is-
wings. I just heard them say, talk about the wings, talk about the wings.
Yeah.
Stacy, and is it a one daughter or more than one? I heard girl.
I have one daughter.
Okay,
Yes.
so they're just validating. But these two boys are having the best time, Stacy. I got to be honest. They feel and know how much you and the family miss them, and they're always with you. But these boys are having a very, very good time. I just heard one of them say that the younger one just said, "Tell Mom, don't worry about us. Don't worry about it at all." Because they're always around you, and
I'm wondering if the Jim wasn't Jeff.
Who's Jeff?
Jeff is the father of my second baby that I lost.
Oh, it definitely could be. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's the?
And they both, the father and the son both were born in June, and they both died in March.
Wow. Oh, wow, Stacy. Yeah. Stacy, what's the pinning? Let me start with, is there a nurse in your family?
Yes, my sister.
Oh, because I just felt the pin going on, and I'm like, what is this? The boys are showing me, and they're like a pinning ceremony. We went to a good friend of ours pinning ceremony in May, so I knew they brought me there, so I knew there was a nurse very close to you. So, but your sister is here.
Yes, my sister's still here.
So just know you got to make sure.
I have lost one sibling, and it was a brother.
So just know that you got to tell Auntie that the boys were giving a big shout out to the nurse. So.
Oh my God, I'm gonna share this with her on Facebook. She's gonna love it.
Yeah, because they're very, very excited about that.
Her name is that's Auntie Natalie. Yes.
Yeah, they're just there. I know I said this, Stacy, but I have to reiterate. These boys, as I'm talking to you and just giving you that message from them, if you saw them, they're I don't know if they're they're playing some kind of game. I don't know what this game is, but they're having the best time. They really are, and it's important for you to know how happy they are and how at peace they are. And said, tell Mom it's the only way that 24/7 we can be with Ma, because we're so at peace and we're so happy. So it's a great way. They make noises in your house too.
I know they do.
Because they said Ma hears it, and she just make sure Stephen, you reiterate it's us, like a I don't know if this is like something banging or a step, or I don't know what this is, but just know that
steps. I hear a lot of steps.
Yeah, so know it's them. It's just saying, Ma, we're here. We're always here. So it's
I got the chills. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so know that they're with you and with the family.
I can't wait to see them someday.
I love it. So, listen, Stacy, thank you so much for calling, and please know.
Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Yeah, and please know, those boys have, the last thing I'm going to say, they've got so much love. It's crazy. They're the sweetest, because both boys went on the side of me and just gave me a hug too for doing this for Mom. I love that. That doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, it just means that these boys are just special souls, and that has all to do with Mama.
Thank you so much.
All right, listen, lots of love, Stacy.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, and we will be right back. Look. And welcome back to Through the Static. Because I am bringing through children in this particular show, on and off outside, there's sun rays that just keep coming through the clouds, coming through the clouds, stopping. It's a way that everybody in spirit, adults, are so happy this is happening, because they realize, people here in the physical world that have lost children, how difficult it is. And there's just these birds flying around. It is crazy. And before I left the house, I actually didn't even tell Elix this. I was standing in the kitchen, and this hummingbird came in front of the slider, and for maybe about 30 seconds was like he was looking in, kept going back and forth, and I know it was the kids. Okay, so let me take the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen.
Hi, Stephen. It's Roselle.
Who is this?
Roselle.
Roselle, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. And so,
hi, Elix.
Elix is out to lunch, I guess.
No,
I don't know. So Roselle, tell me, did you lose a child?
I did not.
Okay. So Roselle, if it's okay with you, I know you called and you've been waiting. I just want to open the lines for someone who actually has lost a child, if that's okay.
That's fine.
All right. Listen, Roselle, thank you so much for calling and lots of love, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Oh, this is Chris.
Chris?
Yes.
How are you, Chris?
I'm very well, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, Chris, tell me, did you lose a child?
I did.
So, Chris, like I said to everybody about this subject matter, it's incredible here in the studio, all the kids and all the children that are here. So, just yes or no, Chris, did you know whether it was a boy or a girl?
Oh, yes, a girl.
Oh, okay. I was gonna tell you as the medium, but that's okay now that it's out. I just wrote here down on my paper a daughter. Look, Elix is checking on me like we're in school. So know that. Oh, so Chris, the first thing your daughter brings up is starts talking about is the jewelry. The jewelry. Did somebody do something with jewelry or buy jewelry or why? Do you know any idea why your daughter's bringing up the jewelry or jewelry?
No.
So you don't have anything from her like jewelry?
No, I don't.
And oh my God, she's in spirit, Chris. All I can hear is "Ma, come on!" I love her. She keeps talking about someone who gave you something of, like, I don't know if this was like a piece of jewelry, like a saint, or something for her, or when she crossed, or something. A piece of jewelry was this jewelry somehow, and she's telling me you know. So if it doesn't come, Chris, just make sure you keep it with you, because it will. I'm sure after we hang up, it will click. So, but she's really adamant about the jewelry. Chris, she also talks about skin. Like skin? Was there something connected with skin with her, or something she's referencing with you or someone close to you? Like, I don't know if this is a rash, but there's something with skin. Like I don't know if this is like a rash, bumps. Do you have any idea what this is?
I have no idea at all.
Nobody was burned?
No.
And it doesn't have to be your daughter, but anybody connected to you? Like when you were a kid?
Well, I had received a burn a while ago.
So, just know, and this is when your daughter was crossed? Oh, it was. She said yes.
No, she had not crossed yet, no.
Okay, so it's going to be somebody else that's giving that as a validation then. But the reason why they're bringing up the burn is just to let you know that they know about it. So it's your mom is crossed?
No, she's still here.
So it's going to be a grandma. Someone's telling me that they were there when your daughter crossed. So it's just to let you know that they were there. She says she's a mom figure, so grandma sometimes will give that as a where's the teaching come in, Chris?
Her father was a teacher.
Okay, your daughter's father.
Correct.
He's still here?
Yes.
Okay. It's just your daughter giving a validation to her dad, because I saw the alphabet, which is teaching. So she's giving that as a validation. What's with the prints? The prints. Like, I don't know if this is fingerprints, this is footprints. If you've got something, that frame of prints, like handprints, footprints, like that I don't know, that phrase or saying, and like there's 4 footprints and then it's two prints. Do you have your daughter's prints, handprints?
No, unfortunately I don't. No.
Oh, she's. Do you know? Does somebody have prints, like handprints, or and when she was young?
No.
Just make sure you keep it with you, Chris, because that's what she's giving to me to give to you, and it's something to do with prints. At first, looked like it was a thumbprint, but then it's actual handprints. I don't know if this is something that. Did you have pets?
Yes.
You don't happen to have like a paw print, do you?
No, I don't.
I'm just trying to figure out what the print is, because I know sometimes you do, like people do paw prints. There's something with prints, and where does the cancer come in?
I was just diagnosed.
So, Chris, please know it's a way that your daughter is just letting you know that she's with you, that everyone in spirit's with you, and they're watching you, and they want it. Your daughter specifically wants to make sure you know that she's watching, and you're not alone with this, and she's doing everything. She's got a very, very big energy in spirit. So there's something with the head too, Chris. I don't know what this is. I don't know if sometimes they show me heads with someone getting like migraines, or someone crossed like an aneurysm to the head, or a tumor to the head, or someone got into an accident with the head. But did she cross from an accident?
No.
So there's something with then there's something else with you connected with an accident. Not your daughter, but somebody else must have had an accident. So that's what your daughter's giving me. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but just keep that with you. And Frank, who's this? Who's the
Frank is my father.
Okay, but who's crossed?
Yes, he has.
So just know that it's just letting you know that everything's good. Everything's good. I'm with my granddaughter. He's just letting you know he's with your daughter. So it's good.
Okay.
It's wonderful. Everything I gave you with the prints, just make sure, Chris, you think about it. And this goes on my YouTube channel. You can go back and listen to it because your daughter is adamant you know about it. So lots of love, okay?
Okay, thank you, Steve.
Alrighty, bye-bye, Chris.
Bye.
Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Oh, hi, Stephen. This is Anita from Coventry.
Hi, Anita. How are you?
Not too bad. I'm not going to keep you long because I didn't lose a child, but I was wondering about a child that died back in the early 1900s, a relative, my mother's sister, and she was a child when she passed, and we don't know much about her. My mother said she just was very sweet.
So Anita, this was your mom's?
My mom's sister, my grandmother's child. Yep.
And she died as a child?
Yes.
And without telling me, does your mother know whether or not this was, how she died?
Yes.
Oh, so she does know.
Yes.
It's interesting. Does your mother have other siblings crossed?
Yes. In fact, they're all crossed.
Oh,
my mother as well.
Oh, your mother is too.
Yeah.
Because this is auntie you're talking about that died as a child.
Yes.
So because your aunt is yelling like she's making me do my symbol for side. So siblings are here. So she's just giving that. And who's Mary?
Mary.
Marion. It's an MR name.
No, Marie. I have a sister Marie. She's alive.
Oh, that's okay. So she's just giving us. Is it two girls? Is there?
Oh no. There's 4 girls and a boy in our family.
So there's a 2 separation that you're who's got the 2 kids?
Oh gee.
None of your siblings have 2 kids?
Oh yeah. Yep. My
Anita.
Gosh, my siblings have one and one has 4. My nephew has 2 kids, 2 boys.
Okay, just know it's just a way that I don't know why they're just giving that as a validation. And Anita, John, Jim, Jack, who's the GJ name connected? This is all auntie who died as a kid is giving this to me.
Yes,
I'm
not sure. Probably relatives I don't remember or never met.
No, you would know them. They don't give names of people that you don't know because it wouldn't really be beneficial to the reading. Just know that James. There's a. It could be a middle name too, Anita. So just make sure you keep that with you.
Sure.
But the aunt that died as a little girl, something overtook her. I feel like I'm being squashed or squeezed or was this a disease?
Yes, Spanish influenza, the Spanish flu. back in the early 1900s.
Wow, because it feels like my body just keeps getting tighter and tighter and tighter.
Yeah.
And just know, Anita, that she is here, and the best thing that happened is when she crossed because of she was in pain.
Yeah, she was suffering.
Oh my God, was she ever? That's what your mom just said.
Yeah.
So
she remembers her going out running out to lay in the snow in the street.
Right, but your mom just said, who's got the little tchotchkes, the little Hummels or little things?
Oh, gee, I don't know.
So someone does, because your mom just gives a reference to it. So just keep it with you.
Maybe
Make sure you keep it. And Donna or David, who's the D? Who's Don, David, Danny?
I have a nephew, David.
Okay. Just giving a nice validation of people that are still here, and just giving a nice shout out to say hello. So Anita, I'm up for time. This is the end of the show, but listen, thank you for calling.
Well, thank you so
lots
much.
of love, Anita.
Okay, bye-bye.
So unfortunately, we're over, and StephenTheMedium.com is my website. If you have a chance, please go to my YouTube channel, Stephen the Medium. You don't have to sign up for anything. You just subscribe, because I need to change that URL to Stephen the Medium, and I can't unless I have 100 subscribers. So Mark I don't know if he's doing like an Indian. He just put one hand up like, whoa.
No, I was waving to somebody else.
Oh, see that? I thought it was Spirit. Listen, thank you everybody who did
quick reminder next week what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, next week, make sure you tune in. I'm going to have a psychic who's coming in who's going to do card readings. It's going to be fantastic. Elix won't be here, and I hope everybody enjoyed this and the show with kids and children. Just know how precious they are, and they're still with us, and it is so important, everybody, parents that have lost a child, to know that as important as it is to go through that grieving, is as important it is to then take the positives from that and do whatever the universe in your children or child is giving you to do. It's pretty remarkable. So, Coach Elix, your website?
Find me at Instagram at Coach Elix and at Performance Coaching by Elix.
Okay, so we will see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.